what I'm basically
Some
saying.
business ain't my business. Now, will I diffuse? If I could diffuse something, I'm going to diffuse it. If I could prevent something, I'd rather prevent it.
That's still in the realm
But
of protecting,
It's
though.
a form of protecting.
Hold
Yeah,
on,
I
but y'all
agree.
missing what I asked.
I'm not finna get physical and she's scared and I end up dead.
No, I'm on the same page as you.
You know-
What y'all missed was I used the word obligated.
No, I didn't miss that. I said I'm not
No, because he was like,
obligated.
that's still a form of protection.
Yeah.
I'm just focusing on
The obligation not there.
obligation. You
There's
said
one
you feel-
obligation
you
of
say that you
protection.
are
bro.
My
obligated.
lady.
Right. Shit. We made this a great night. Look, country boy, but I talk like them city niggas. I might just book her ass a flight just to say I did it. I might just fuck her ass tonight just to say I hit it. I'm probably faded off of shh and 3 cups of liquor. I'm seeing double or probably fat. She really got a sister. You call it love, I call it fucking with you. I mix designer with the drugs, it got me talking different. This on my hammer and that pot had junkies lined to get it. I'm speeding off these tinted windows, got a hiding in it. I'm trying to take you out the city, not around the city. She cute as fuck, and it's just something
What's
about
going
the way
on?
she
What's
say it.
going on?
My after hours
It's
full
your
of
main man,
nights,
the
can't
great
nobody
debater.
get you. A private life
I got my
supposed to
family
get you.
here with me. Got a special guest, my own boy, OG Fredo.
It's Frito, brother. It's Frito. Ain't no Fredo, brother. It's Frito, brother. No Fredo. Fredo was a snitch. We don't do that over here. Talking about Frito. Freedo, brother. 2 E's.
Fredo.
There you go.
I got you.
Like freedom without the M.
So you know I got J Root with me.
J. Root
We done-
1887, man. What's happening?
We got Pitt.
What's up? How y'all doing?
Yeah, we got a good one for y'all today. I want to touch on. It's gonna be 4 things we want to touch on, but I got some really good to talk about today. So we'll start off. The first, hold on. How everybody day been? How everybody morning started?
It started, so I'm good, man. It started.
My day was excellent, man. Cooked my family breakfast. I'm here for my daughter graduation, so everything just lovely, bro.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay, well let's get right into it then.
What you got for us today?
All right. Well, the first one is, and we talked about it a little bit, but I wanted to bring it to the forefront. So my question is the black man let me back that up. Do black women feel that black men are obligated to protect them?
You gotta ask them that.
No, I'm saying this is our opinion, how we looking at it.
I mean,
We can't answer for them, but we can.
I
from
can't
our
say she
observation-
feel
Yeah. How
that
you
way,
feel?
though.
I am.
Do you
as a
think-
black man, I am obligated to protect my woman? Yeah. You
Okay,
are.
so let me ask.
All
No,
black
I'm
women
glad he
do.
said
Exactly.
that.
Yeah,
I'm glad
you
he
are.
put it that way. So now I'm about to put it on y'all. Do you think black men are obligated to protect black women? Same for you.
I'm not obligated
So
to
that's
protect nobody but me first.
okay. So that's
Anything
a no.
after that, that's a choice.
So that's a no.
I'm gonna make that clear.
Okay.
What I choose to do is different from what I'm obligated to do.
So that's a no.
No.
You say yes.
I say it's something that I feel like I'm obligated to do it. Like
Okay.
I feel like it's a choice that as a black man we have to protect our black women.
Okay. And what you say?
I say yes with a hyphen.
You say yes with a hyphen?
Yes.
What's after the hyphen?
Because all black females are not black women.
That's
So
true too. Now
I'm not finna put myself in harm's way protecting a black female she ain't carrying herself as a woman.
But you trying to have it out in the end.
That ain't an out.
Yeah.
It don't
just-
matter. He
that's
said what he
just- I'm
said.
telling
You just got to come with what you
No,
coming
but the
with.
question is,
Yeah,
do
that's why I
you-
said
do
yes
you,
with a hyphen,
do you
because
think black men
from
are obligated?
That's not your question.
It
You
was-
said
that's
do
what I
women
asked.
feel?
You said
do
no,
women feel that black men are
Hold on,
obligated?
I did in the beginning, but I say I'm glad he said that, and I said now I'm gonna put it on y'all. And I asked you, and you say I don't think I'm obligated to do anything.
No, I'm obligated to protect me.
Hold on, listen.
That's what I'm obligated
But when
to do.
I'm just saying what you said after I switched it, because I did originally
Self-preservation
say
first and foremost. That's all
I
I'm
did
saying.
in the beginning say
Y'all
that,
wanna
but then
argue.
I changed it back and I said no, I'm gonna put it on y'all. So it ain't no, it's either
But
yes.
do you understand what I'm saying when I say that?
Hold on, you can once you answer it, then you can go back and say why you answered that way. But I'm asking, do you think
yes, what I
do you think black men are obligated? You said no. Okay, so I'm asking you again.
yes with a hyphen.
Ain't no, bro.
Yeah, because that hyphen.
Yes
so,
and no.
No, because it gives you an
I
out.
have a
Now you
question.
don't have to stand on what you
can I
said.
have
He
a
has to
question?
explain the hype. Let him explain his
There you
hype.
go. I have
You know
a
what I'm saying?
question.
Just
That's
from
what I was gonna
experience,
say.
like recently, I was in a situation where this young lady put herself in a predicament, and she wasn't carrying herself as woman-like.
Okay, and I was just gonna ask
So
you that.
I'm not finna jeopardize myself or my family that's with me, because now if she would have been carrying herself woman-like, and this dude coming at her on some rah-rah, then I feel like, don't do that, bro. It's a grown woman. But if you carrying yourself like you want this smoke, I'm not finna put myself in harm's way.
So
You a black female to me, but not right now at that moment. You're not a black woman. You're not acting woman-like. So why I'm gonna put myself in harm's way for you?
Like I said, if you don't give a yes or no answer, it gives you an out because now you
That's
don't have
not
to
an
stand
out. I'm just
on
letting it
what
be
you
known.
said.
If I'm not finna.
Root
put
gave us.
myself in that
Root said
position.
no. I ain't gotta do it.
Yeah.
Now he can explain why, but it can't be.
You didn't
yes
give a
or
definitive
no.
answer,
It's either
basically,
yes, I
is what
think
he's saying.
black men should defend
Bro, I
black women.
said
Or no.
yes, but I'm not defending. I'm not
He
just
said
finna
yes with a
defend
hyphen.
you.
He
But
said
I'm
yes.
not finna.
I'm gonna go with you. He said yeah. You said yes, but
Yeah.
So your
I'm not-
answer
I'm
is
not-
So
yes.
your answer is yes.
Yes.
Okay, but
But I ain't defending.
But when you
all
said the
of them
hyphen,
on-
that's like what the hyphen
And that's
is
what
for.
the hyphen is, because
I got a question for him,
if
though.
if they not woman-like, if they not carrying themselves as a woman, and you coming at a man how a woman don't come at a man, I'm not finna interject with that.
No, I'm about to put this
whose
in there.
standards are you referring to acting as a woman?
I was about to go
So
there.
what standards are you basing that upon? So you're trying to tell me if you see a woman not acting to your par of standards as a woman should act, you'll just stand by and let her get beat up or raped?
Nah, I ain't letting her get beat
No,
up
we ain't
or
talking about
raped.
rape.
No,
No,
none of
protection,
that. None of that.
Protection is
And y'all,
protection.
whatever
That's right.
example he wanna use.
Y'all got to say grape because they'll put some on us.
Grape.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh well. What they say now, S8 or whatever.
Yeah,
So
we can go anything with that, but that hard on.
But I want what I'm saying is I'm not finna interject, bro, with every situation.
Okay, but how he asks you, you say act a woman. Cause I'm gonna give y'all a scenario. Say we walk into a grocery store or convenience store, right? We come out the convenience store and you see a woman out there getting beat up.
Right.
you don't know if she was correct.
We don't
how she
know
was
her
acting.
from Adam or Eve. So now do your answer still stay the same? Yes. Or does it change?
No, it's
Because I'm talking
still
about you
the
about to
same.
jump in there and help her.
Yeah, it stay the same.
It stay the same. Okay. So
So it's a yes.
yours say what?
I don't know the situation. I need to research all the facts about a matter.
You got a split second.
It's a lot happening. I might not move fast enough. I'm
Okay,
50-some years
that's
old.
fair.
I don't get into anything.
That's fair.
Let me make that clear.
Yeah, that's fair.
But if I know what I'm getting into, then I'm all in.
That's what I'm basically
Some
saying.
business ain't my business. Now, will I diffuse? If I could diffuse something, I'm gonna diffuse it. If I could prevent something, I'd rather prevent it.
That's still in the realm
But
of protecting.
It's
though.
it's
Yeah,
a,
it
it's a
is.
form
But
of protecting.
hold
Yeah,
on,
I
but y'all
agree.
missing what I asked.
I'm not finna get physical, and she's scared, and I end up dead.
No, I'm on the same page as you.
You know-
What y'all missed was I used the word obligated.
No, I didn't miss that. I said I'm not
No, because he was like
obligated.
that's still a form of protection.
Yeah.
I'm just focusing on
The obligation not there.
You
There's
said
one
you feel-
obligation
you
of
say that you are
protection, bro.
obligated.
My lady.
That's
I
what I
said
asked you.
no,
Now
you're right.
now
You're right. You're right.
So-
You're right. Though you're right.
Okay.
I answered the question
Right.
incorrectly because
It wasn't incorrectly, it's
Yeah,
just-
because I made it personal. I made it personal pertaining to me. I'm obligated to protect my woman.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
you
Right.
talking about
Yeah.
I would
just
never
a
ask a black
random
man would he
a
fight his
random
woman,
woman.
because that's-
No one is
that goes what I said.
obligated to do anything.
Right.
When you put that, you giving us out by using the word obligation. Nobody's obligated
I'm
to do
not giving
that.
you
I
an
said,
out.
yeah.
That's what he
My
said. Yes,
I'm
obligation.
not giving you an out.
So I missed that word.
I'm not giving you an
That was
out.
my
It's,
mistake.
Do you
Listen,
think black
I made
men
it
are
personal.
obligated?
My
It's not-
We're not
obligation.
obligated. No.
Of anything is to me first. That's the only obligation I got is to preserve me, to protect me. I can't help you or be of assistance to nobody in the world if I can't do it for myself first. After that, I'm saying it's a choice, brother.
Nah.
Now, will I choose the help? More than likely so. I make that choice, understanding that I wasn't obligated.
Now I'm gonna tell you why I asked this question. Let me answer mine first. I'm on the same page you on. I don't think that we're obligated, but I think that if I seen a situation and I felt comfortable and safe, or it looked like I should, then most likely I would intervene. I'm not about to go crash out, but yeah.
Or
I
try
would
to
intervene.
diffuse, as he said. You know, it's like, hey,
See, like
you
in
know,
certain situations, I ain't gonna try to
do
defuse
nothing.
it.
Yeah,
That's
that's
right,
what I
because
got.
you
I
can
was
end
just
up dead.
focusing on
Somebody
I
who
want
did.
to solve the
situation.
focus
I
on
made it
Just
personal.
let her get
I did. I
herself
made it
and
the
go.
obligation.
Yeah.
The reason why I asked that is because I've been seeing a lot of stuff and I'm hearing overwhelmingly black women saying black men don't protect us. So the reason why I asked that is I'm just like, do they feel like is we obligated
We'll have
for
to
a
ask them that.
random? No, that's what I'm thinking. I'm not interpreting that's what they
Okay.
mean. I'm saying I've been hearing a lot. Black men don't protect black women. It's constantly being pushed out. I don't know if it's just a hot topic or a new little slang they want to, but it's been said a lot. So that's what made me ask that question.
That was brought to me this morning, early this morning. And the statement was made that the black woman is the least protected woman.
So you hear the same
out of everybody, they're the least protected. And I told sis, I was like, look, man, think about it like this. You least protected, right? But I'm not a fool. I grew up around black women my entire life. You're not the least protected.
For real.
That's something you done heard some people say and something you caught on to. One thing I know is that you're good at protecting yourself. First law of preservation is the first law is self-preservation. First law of resistance is self-preservation. She good at protecting herself. Every man, woman know that it's a great chance that the black woman gonna fight. Anybody that's preying on a woman, what they do, they look for the easiest target. Even if you're preying on anything. If dudes in the street preying on a robbery, what they looking for? The easiest robbery. The black woman not the easiest woman to just walk up and do what you want with. It's a lot of women that's far easier.
Now,
So what I mean, I'm talking about physically.
I know what you mean, and
And-
I don't agree with that.
You don't have to. But the reason I say that is this. Just look around. Take a look. What do you see the black woman? And when I'm saying woman, I ain't female.
Yeah, I know
Woman,
what you
female.
mean.
What do you see her do on the drop
Most-
of a dime?
Fight.
Fight.
Yeah.
Quick. Nobody trying to prey on that. Unless they got to. She gonna defend hers. So she's not the least protected because she protect herself. Now, when it come down to us being about the black man and the black woman, where we go somewhere, we leave this right now. I'm 100% certain what I'm gonna do out of a choice. If any one of the sisters violated and we leaving out of here, I witnessed that. I'm willing to sacrifice me in their defense. That's a choice I'm making. Not an obligation. I'm gonna do that. She's not the least protected, bro. We're not letting anything happen to our sisters, especially if we there.
That's what I'm saying.
It's nowhere that you gonna go where the black woman and the man is not there. They there together.
That's
Both
But
of them
you
there
saying
together.
two different things.
In the youth,
He
okay.
talking about two
In the
different
youth,
things.
You're saying two different
when we're
things.
dealing with our youth, it may be a little different in their culture, in their era of coming up. But I know for me, and I can't speak for y'all, but I know, bro, we're gonna help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gonna do
And
that.
that's what I'm saying. I haven't heard that yet about the black woman not the most protected.
Oh, they like to say
Because
that
to
a lot.
me, they are the most protected because they have us. Like all of us, we gonna go out for our people. A sister, mama, brother, aunties, all of that. So how can they feel that way?
But we're not talking about
Because they saying something that sounds good.
But let me go back to what
It's a catch. It's
what you
catch.
said. You saying two different things.
Okay, cool.
The first thing is being less protected, the least to be protected, is different than someone defending themselves.
It
because
is.
protecting
I understand that.
someone is actually protecting
But-
them. Defending yourself is
Right.
not the same as being
I,
protected.
and I agree with that. But what I'm also saying that she has no way to feel that way when we know what we see. That's why I explained it from the standpoint of also I said, if we around and about, everybody gonna help, bro. I ain't never been nowhere where a white woman, a black or white dude or a Spanish dude or any other type of man disrespected a black woman and niggas there and didn't
just
help.
standing
But
right,
not-
just
but
looking.
now-
Yeah,
but
exactly.
hold on.
I ain't
hold on.
never seen that.
But that's changing.
That's what's
it.
going on now.
No, y'all still
Maybe
changing it.
so.
Y'all changing it. It's not.
I
if
can
we
say-
see
I'm just
another
saying what I'm
race
saying.
Attacking a black
I'm
woman.
saying-
we
Just
saying
in
a black,
general.
She's saying
Black on black.
It could be black on black.
And just in general.
So how many times? Okay.
Okay, now look, I don't get in domestic dispute. If it's domestic,
Now, and that's what they talking about. See, that's right there. That's what they talking
Yeah.
about. They talking about domestic disputes. Ain't no man. If I know that's your lady and y'all going through it, most black men, we not finna jump into that. We just not gonna just jump into that unless it has to be graphic.
Like
you know what?
blood,
Yeah,
right.
you know
But
what I'm
what-
saying.
but
It's
how
like,
would you
man,
know
chill
that's
out,
her
slow
man?
down.
It's gonna be your eyes. How would you know that's her man?
Because of the things that are going to be said during this altercation. They're going to be talking about personal shit. They're going to be talking about. You're going to tell that's a relationship 9 times out of 10. Now, every time, like the scenario you described coming out the gas station, you won't be able to know if that's a relationship if you're just walking up on it. And like I said, if it's 2 people, they together, they in a car together, they leaving together, they came together, most likely 9 times out of 10, they're in a relationship. And most black men that I know, we just not finna jump in no domestic dispute because
I'm not.
what's
No, I
gonna
was
happen
taught
is
that
we
as
gonna
a
jump in
child
a
not to do
domestic
that.
dispute and
Find yourself
we gonna
in
fuck
the
around, get shot, and they still gonna be together the next day laughing at my motherfucking ass for
Right.
trying to help somebody. So I can understand why they say that because they are talking about when they're in domestic problems.
You think that's what they
have to be talking
you
about
think the
that
same thing?
because we're not going
I
to
can see it.
we're not going to
What about
jump
you?
into a domestic dispute with a
Right.
couple.
I think-
As a black man, we just not gonna do that.
Yeah, I think they talking also about like the cliche sayings that float around.
Yeah.
like what?
I don't know no cliche sayings.
That's the
Like
black
strong
women was
black
not
woman.
being
Like-
in-
I haven't heard that.
Strong black
You
woman.
ever heard what?
That black women saying that they're the least protected. I have not.
Yeah.
heard.
Oh
I hear
yeah,
it all the
yeah.
time.
But that's
Take
like,
talk it real
but
quick.
that's like the same. That's almost like
Black women might be different in Seattle right now. You know?
Yeah,
Shit, ain't but 3 of them. I got one right there.
So
Nah, but yeah, I haven't heard that.
no, but
What?
like
I haven't heard that at all.
Man,
so I know
hear
you don't
this
heard
too
the term
much.
strong black woman,
independent,
strong
black
yeah,
woman.
You hear that every day, everywhere you go.
but you don't hear strong black Asian, strong black white.
Yeah.
I know
you
where
what
you're
I'm
going
saying?
with it. No, I know where you're going with it. So if you're strong and independent,
You got
why
it.
you need to be protected?
Come on, man. But it's just go with the sayings that float around.
Yeah.
So
No,
now,
I agree.
let me clarify this. My choice
Yeah.
is gonna be that 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna help.
Or you willing to help?
Yeah, I'm willing out of a
Willing.
choice.
Yeah, willing to help.
Yeah,
but not
that-
meaning
I'm-
you still a go, but just
You
willing.
willing.
Yeah, I'm willing to help.
Gotcha.
And protection, there's a lot of forms of protection. Now they might be saying, okay, well, we face discrimination in a whole lot of areas. You know what I'm saying? As women, they
That's cap.
yeah, I
we,
agree.
we needed a black woman to give their point of view.
That's cap. They
Yeah.
get incentivized for too much stuff to be talking about discriminated against.
Who?
Black women.
Black women are discriminated against. You don't
Black
think that you don't think
discriminated
you don't,
against, period. Whether it's
exactly.
male or
You don't
female.
think
Hold on.
black women are
Hold on.
discriminated against?
Hold on.
I think
I
blacks
said-
are.
There's a lot of incentives. Now we're not
Just
arguing
listen
the
to her,
incentives.
black
You
women
know
on
it's a lot of
anything
incentives.
makes you
Listen to what I
discriminated
just
against.
said.
Yeah, there's
I
incentives now.
said we know they have struggles, but being discriminated against, they got white man, white woman, black woman. That's how they doing it.
Yes, they do that.
They not
That is
putting
true.
no real struggle
So now
on no black woman.
But you
No,
levelize
but you just
it.
said
It
they do
don't-
have a struggle.
They don't levelize it.
I know,
but-
we know they have a
Yes,
struggle.
black men
that
are
don't
the
mean they're
most
not discriminated. That don't
against.
erase
Yeah, yeah.
discrimination.
Black
What
men
I'm-
are the most discriminated against, but black women are still discriminated against.
Yeah.
You
I
putting
think-
it against us.
No,
as a black
I'm
man.
about to clean it up why I said that. I believe that black women who is getting put in what you think is being discriminated against, I don't think it's that. I think it's their behavior which making motherfuckers say, I ain't trying to fuck with you. It ain't because they give them too much stuff.
That's kind of what his brother was saying about, the type. All females are not operating as black women. And that's when he asked the question of
that's
what
not
he basing that
discrimination,
standard
though.
off of.
No, this is what I said. I say you is looking at it as being discriminated on. I'm saying I don't think it's being discriminated on. I think that they saying because of your behavior, because how you carrying it, I don't want to be fucked up with you.
That's still discrimination.
No, that's not discrimination.
Because-
Discrimination.
No,
No, that's not.
That's still
But
discrimination.
listen what I'm saying.
That's
Okay,
not discrimination.
I disagree with the fact that you saying people saying that I'm not gonna be messed up with you because of your behavior, right? Okay, that's a lie. And the reason why I feel like anybody that have that concept is lying is because I know that when we go around what we consider to be professional people or somewhere inside of corporate America, the most ratchetest sisters ain't bringing any type of behavior. They
know-
gonna try
they
to
know how to
conduct
act,
themselves,
to conduct in the right manner,
in
that's
a
right.
manner that's gonna possibly
And
pass.
so you agreeing with me then?
Gonna pass inside
That's
this situation.
discrimination.
No.
If you,
Whatever
if
she
you're-
trying to conquer, her behavior now, she gonna try to conduct herself so that can be acceptable. She ain't just operating like she would if she was in the projects.
And I didn't say that. That's not what I said. I said because of her behavior, meaning if she's acting a certain way, that's why they say they ain't gonna fuck with you.
They're saying that because they're manipulating their behavior.
Who's manipulating behavior?
Whoever she's corporate America. We're gonna use corporate America.
Okay.
They manipulating her behavior. The same way that my hands moving back and forth, I'm talking back and forth with my hands right now. They gonna use that as saying she's aggressive. The same way they would a black man. He's aggressive because he's assertive. He can hold his point down. He can get his point across. And then they gonna try to say that if they don't like that. That's manipulation.
Either you aggressive or you angry.
Exactly.
One of the two.
Angry
And
black
it's
man
all-
because you
yeah,
assertive because you can hold yourself down.
It's
Hold
all
on.
discrimination.
Y'all
It's
taking
still all
accountability
discrimination.
away from a woman that's acting unruly.
No,
She
hold on.
ain't going on
No.
anywhere acting
Hold on.
unruly.
Listen, hold on. Let me ask
You
you
can go to the lowest
Let me
understanding.
ask
Bro,
you
you
this.
can go to the lowest understanding.
'Cause
and she going down here to file for some type of, let's say, government assistance. It could be food stamps. She could be, on her own terms, Miss Ratchet. When she go to file, she not going to present Miss Ratchet when she conduct herself or orate herself out of her mouth.
Either way, it's still discrimination.
It's still
It's
discrimination.
still
I agree.
discrimination. That's
Hold
the
on.
point. The point.
You know what I'm saying?
is
But she
the
still-
point- it don't matter how
I'm saying
or
that her
why
behavior
they
is
be
not
discriminated
bad.
against.
I'm saying it's the behavior.
Still
And I'm
discrimination.
They
disagreeing.
though.
put black women in too much of a.
It's still discrimination, though.
No,
You're
I'm
saying that they
saying-
don't be discriminated
No,
against for these
listen,
things.
we know that happens. I'm talking about as a whole.
As a whole, they're discriminated against.
I'm saying with black women, I'm saying no. I'm saying it's based off because you got too many black women that's moving up the
Hey, let me
ladder.
They
put this on you
move
then.
black women up the ladder because they would rather give that position to a black woman than a black man.
And they gonna give it to
That-
the one
because
that
she
they
a state
still acts
submissive to a
accordingly.
degree.
No,
But
they
hold
go-
on,
no,
hold
no,
on.
no.
Come on,
They
now.
ain't giving it to every black woman. They giving it to ones that
That act according to how they see fit.
yeah.
So
And
that
it-
means that's a manipulation on the
That's
behavior
not a
patterns, like I
It's
manipulation.
said.
discrimination. It's
That's
still
not
discrimination.
discriminating.
Yes, it is
How is it
because
not
they
discriminating?
not giving it to they not giving
Somebody
it to
put
all
the
of
word
them.
discriminate.
They
I
not
don't got my
giving.
phone. I don't got my phone
It's
on me.
dealing with. It's
I don't have my
dealing-
phone
it's
on
dealing
me.
with somebody that's
You could be
disliking
discriminated against,
you.
but they don't have to do nothing with color. Don't put it on color.
Listen,
Because you could be discriminated against for attitude. You could be discriminated against for color. You could be discriminated against for where you come from. You could be discriminated against for the clothes that you have on. You could be discriminated against for having a beard. You could be discriminated against for your religion. You could be discriminated against for all type of things, bro. It does not have to do anything
okay,
with
let me see.
the
It
got something to
color
do with-
of
hold
your
on,
let me-
skin.
let me
Well,
tell you
I'm
be
saying the word
discriminated for
discrimination.
color.
You
Let me
could
tell
be
you what they
discriminated
said.
for
It's broad. It got
anything.
a lot going on under the
We
umbrella.
just gonna
You
go
ha-
by this if y'all want to.
Well, go ahead.
Okay. The unjust or prejudicial treatment of different categories of people.
Categories of people. That's right.
categories of people.
Yeah, categories.
Especially on the grounds of ethnicity, age, sex, or disability. Ain't got shit to do with no goddamn clothes. Ain't got shit to do with
yes,
other
it do,
stuff.
No,
because- yes, it do.
no. You can't
Because
take that
age,
definition because it
sex.
didn't cite it. You got to use your own conscience.
No,
to say
yes, it do have to do
That's
with
why I
both.
ask you, we
It's
go
a
like
lot
this.
under the umbrella.
You could come in
We
into
know,
you could come into a
but
job
that's not-
interview.
If I don't fuck with you because of your attitude,
No, you could. That's
not being
discrimination.
discriminating
Yes, it is.
towards him.
That's still
That's
discrimination.
mean I don't want to be
Bro.
involved with this shit he got
You're
going
discriminating
on.
against me
ain't
because you don't like
discriminating.
my attitude.
Come on,
Black women,
You're
Black-
not giving
listen.
me a job or a position or whatever
you
because
can't
of my
sit here and
attitude.
say that they not suffering discrimination.
I didn't
True
say
enough.
they not.
I'm gonna show you a form
I'm
that
saying
Check
majority
this out.
is
Check
not
this
based
out.
off discriminating.
Would she be discriminated against if she said, "No, I'm not agreeing to this right here because I'm not kicking my man out of my house. He gonna be a part of my home. He gonna be a part of this family structure, regardless."
Would that
Would
be
she
what
still
now?
get that government aid?
But that's not.
Some
that's
of them
not
will.
discriminating.
So, I mean, and I'm
How you
a person.
figure
I
that-
am a personal
Would she still get that aid if
living
she-
person of that.
But
Choose to
how
keep
is
you
that-
close.
But how
There
does that fit
are
into being
women
discriminated
that
against?
will still have a position like that and hold a position like that in corporate America, even though they still care for their people and still, care for their man and don't do. And see, that's what it is. That's why they give black women those positions so they can feel like I don't need you. I don't
Right.
need a black man.
Exactly.
I don't need you in my
Right.
life. I can do this on my own. And they know that. So they do that. But there are some black women that know that's why they have that position and they still honor, love, and respect their man as a black man, even though they know they were plucked and picked and given this position so they could
Yes, there
shit
are
on
some.
a nigga, basically.
Right. And guess what? That form of they gonna suffer more discrimination for that.
How y'all
But that wasn't in
tied
the definition.
How
That's
y'all
what I want to
tied
get
that into being discriminated if she denies the help to kick the man out.
Okay, well, make your point. I'm saying that she is discriminated
This
against.
what I
just
don't
like
like.
I'm saying the black man is.
This what I don't like. When we speaking on something, we talking about the majority. Y'all keep doing this anecdote where we know it's a one-off here or a one-off there, but we talking
Why you
about
saying y'all
the
ain't say that?
majority.
You clearly heard this
but
brother
y'all-
just
I
state
said
that.
that.
Okay, but
you can
listen,
point
where
it
you
at
get
me.
y'all from?
And the reason why you can
See,
point
that's
it at
something I
me.
don't like. See, we point out likes and dislikes. I'm sure I don't like that.
My
You
bad.
clearly just heard the brother state that.
My bad.
Ain't gonna say what y'all keep doing.
Listen, because y'all be saying y'all doing this one-offs.
See, he's still running y'all. Can't help it.
Just because the man
Somebody get this man.
agreed with me, that don't mean
Okay,
that was
hold
his
on.
opinion. It was my
Podcast
opinion.
called
my
Y'all
opinion.
Wanna Argue.
Somebody get
Okay,
Y'all
hold
wanna
on.
argue.
Okay,
That's
no.
all.
Yeah,
Y'all
they
wanna
wanna
argue.
argue.
Yeah.
But this what I'm saying. Majority of the time when people are speaking on something, they want to do one-offs. I'm talking about as a whole.
Well, most of the time,
So when I'm gonna ask
you can
I'm gonna
only
ask
speak
you
from
this.
personal.
No, you don't.
Personal
You can't. You don't have to
experience.
speak on person. We see. We
I
walk out the door and
cannot
see
give
stuff.
I cannot give you an honest opinion about something that I don't know about. So when
That's what an opinion is.
I cannot. I
That's
will
what an
repeat.
opinion
I will
is.
repeat
You
myself.
can't give me
Maybe
a fact.
you can hear this again. I cannot give you an honest opinion on something that I don't know about. That's speculation.
Opinion- that's
Pure
what opinion is.
My opinions are not speculation. My
What is
opinions.
opinion?
I'm gonna tell you if
Well,
you
we
let
just
me.
got into
Opinions
this.
built off facts. You can have strong
I'm
opinions.
gonna
Some
give you
strong
my
opinions
opinion if you
are
let
built
me.
off
It's
facts.
called an educated opinion.
Yeah.
Hold on. So is it a
Yeah.
different? Is it a difference between opinions and advice?
Advice. Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Of course, there's a
Tell us
difference
why.
between
Tell us
opinions
why.
and advice.
Please tell us.
Because I don't
Because
heard
an
I
opinion-
don't want to hear this. I don't heard them.
An opinion is just something that you are randomly talking about. You're giving your thoughts about. You just from my personal experiences, my opinions come from those. Like, this is my opinion. Well, my personal experience has taught me that is an opinion. Now, when I give you advice, look, I have been through that. You should
You just said
do
the same
this,
thing.
but
No,
it's not the same
He
thing.
did. He
And
just
advice,
said, from my personal
No, he didn't.
experience.
advice, no,
No,
I
he
said
didn't.
Experience. Then he
you-
just said, if I'm giving advice,
Yeah,
it's based
but I
off
was
my
really trying to.
experience.
You
I was
wanna-
trying to
you
hear the
wanna
brother
argue.
sum.
I tried to tell
I'm
them.
trying to hear the brother to
I
sum
wanted
up.
to argue.
I tried to tell
I
them
wanted
that.
him to sum up what
You-
he was saying.
You're right.
Now,
My bad.
you want to argue. So, as I was saying, my opinions come from a personal place. Okay, that's what I'm saying.
What come from what?
Come from my personal experiences.
Okay, and then
but
I
these
want you to
are
hear that.
opinions. These are my
But he say
opinions.
the
Now,
opinion come from
when I am
experience.
giving advice,
Listen.
it
Where
is
the
a
advice come
curated. It's a curated opinion. It is me giving advice, something that I think that you should or should not do. My opinion has no merit. My opinion is not something that you should or should not do. My opinion is just how I feel about the subject. When I give you advice, advice is hey, I think you should do this or you shouldn't do that. Opinions and advice are two different things.
Thank you.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah,
I mean,
bro.
if
they are, bro.
just because you don't understand
dispute it,
something
brother.
doesn't
Brother,
mean
you
that
know about to get
it's
This why I say that,
wrong or
because
right.
I'm just
this
listening.
how I break it down.
I'm gonna let him break this down
can
first.
I can go and get opinions from everybody, but I
Exactly.
can't go and get advice from everybody. I don't want advice from you if it ain't something that I feel like you experienced that you done been through. Why I'm gonna go and get advice from you about how to change my brake pad?
But I
So
will,
based-
but I
hold
will
on,
hear
hold
your,
on,
but
hold
I will
on.
hear your opinion
Hold on,
on
right.
it. Though.
I get
But-
your opinion of what you think this is. What
So
it
in
sound
other
like.
words,
to you.
in
Opinion
other
and
words,
advice are not the same
in
thing.
other
That's why
words,
they
when
two
we go
different
to our
words.
youth right now in America, suit, tie, Bible, they
Yeah.
running. They don't want to hear your opinion because or your advice because they don't feel you've been through what they've been through.
So I'm gonna give them advice. I'm not gonna give
So-
them my opinion.
Either or. They don't want to hear either or.
Okay.
Because they don't believe you've been through what they've been through.
Okay.
But when you come and you dress like them, you talk like them, and you come and present yourself in a fashion that they can somewhat relate to, they're more prone to listen. That's why a lot of brothers come out of prison and can go right into detention centers and juveniles and be effective and be very effective because
They just can't.
they know
Very relatable.
it's relatable.
Yeah.
So they taking that advice.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hold on, now I'm about to break this down. If you give your opinion, your opinion is how you perceive something.
That's your opinion.
That's what an opinion is. When you give your advice, you giving your advice of how you would handle something.
No. You have to give an educated
Ain't no, what you mean educated?
advice.
That's your advice. My
You
advice
say
is
advice
not,
is educated?
my advice is not my opinion.
Let y'all
My
know that.
opinion and my advice would be that's just like, okay, I have children. So when I am just randomly speaking on a subject, you know what I'm saying? That's my opinion. I'm just randomly speaking on a subject. There is no to do. When I give advice is going to be something that, look, write this down. Okay? I want you to remember this because this is going to help you in the future. An opinion is us just random talking, just like we're doing now. I'm giving my opinion right now. This is
But
an opinion.
Your advice is based off how you would
It's
do
more
something.
educated, bro.
Anytime a person gives you
Okay, so here you
advice,
go.
it's based off how they
this
would
is
do
it right
something.
here.
But
This
no,
is
it's
it.
based
That's why
on
you
more
advice-
of an
advice from
educated.
everybody.
Advice is a more
educated
direct approach. It's direct and it's something that
Advice ain't got nothing to do with being educated.
Yes, it does.
he said that.
This why I
It
say
does not.
One said educated, one said experience.
this why I say that though.
Experience has nothing to do with education.
This why I say that because you go to doctors for opinions, and somebody could go to one doctor, two doctor, three doctors,
and you
whatever.
get 3 different opinions.
But only one of them, the one who you finally decide to rock with, they're gonna advise you to get through whatever it is you want. But their advice go come from their education.
And their
Experience.
education and their experience.
That's why I say educated.
Yeah.
But that advice that they giving you, the opinion's not coming from the education.
But what
Their
about-
opinions is, okay, it look like this. In my opinion, it could be this. It could, you know what I'm saying?
So change the
I want to hear what
Yeah, but
change the whole-
an opinion and advice are to you are the same thing.
No, this is what I just said.
So what is our
How we gonna
opinion?
tie this into the black woman being protected?
Yeah, let's go
yeah.
back to
All right. Thank y'all for tuning in to episode 3, part 1. Please come back next week where we will bring you part 2. We hope that y'all enjoyed this argument. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. We'll see y'all next week.